So when we talk about the overdose crisis, we're talking really about the toxic drug supply crisis. And what we know is invariably that over the last 2 years, as during the pandemic and pre-pandemic, we are seeing increasing numbers in overdose deaths. And those overdose deaths impact people across all socioeconomic, all ethnicity. This isn't the toxic drug supply crisis isn't the problem of a certain group. It's an issue that impacts everyone. We know that 80% of the people who've died from the toxic drug supply are men between the ages of 29 and 59, and most of those folks, at least, I'm pretty sure it sits between 77 and 80%. Most of those folks died at home alone in their own private residences. So we actually really aren't, when we are talking about the toxic drug supply crisis and who it's impacting, it's actually impacting everyone. And and many of the folks who are living sort of homeless or they're actually well protected in their community because folks are able to talk about their substance use, they're able to provide support to each other, and they're able to respond to each other in overdose situations. But really, what we're missing is that we actually, as a society, don't have a safe place for folks to really talk about their substance use in a way that might be helpful. We spend a lot of time as a society telling people that they need to detox, go to treatment, fix their substance use. But really, in my opinion, I think that we really need to be focusing on how do we create safe spaces? How do we get to be the safe person in someone's life who might be using substances and know that they could come and have a conversation with me so that we can talk about things, not so that I can get them to get help or get them to go to a place to fix their substance use, but just as a safe person to be able to say, hey, is there anything that I can do to support you? Oh, you're going to go out, you're going out partying this weekend? You guys have naloxone kits? Let's just make sure you guys have naloxone kits. I don't need to have a conversation about convincing people to use or not use or any of those pieces, because oftentimes people don't want to hear that anyways. In the same way that, if I was having a conversation about, the cider that I might drink tonight, I don't want people to say, oh, you're drinking a cider tonight, Leanne. Oh, so, have you thought about going to treatment? I mean, really, I would want people to say, hey, Leanne, did you know that your cider is part of the toxic drug supply? And there's some things that we could do to help you be safer. And maybe you'll decide not to drink that cider because, you know this piece of information, but maybe you will. And is there something that I can do to support you to be able to do the things that you want to do in your life, regardless of whether I agree or disagree or have an opinion about it? It doesn't matter. I just really need to be a safe person and an honorable person to just be able to say, hey, yeah, I'm totally okay. I welcome having conversations about your substance use, and I have no agenda. And that's the hope, is that we could create spaces and like that where people can actually openly talk about their substance use.